Right, we are back again, right? Previously, we looked at how to edit the general ledger or the chart of accounts, and I talked about main account, sub account, right? Now we want to move on and look at the creation of customer accounts. Every business has got customers, whether you're a commercial business or you're a non-governmental or you're even government itself. As long as you are providing a service or a product to people, those people are your customers. So you must create those customers if you're using Sage Evolution to manage your books so that you can account for their transactions. So under maintenance customer /sales, we have got a number of things. I'm going to talk and describe some of them, and all of them, I think I'm going to explain them. On some, we'll do something. On others, we won't do much. But I have to explain so that you understand. But what is more important here is the creation of a customer account. This is what is very important. You should know how to create a customer account. All these other buttons that you see are there to support the creation of a customer account. So I'm going to start with additional charges. Now, additional charges, basically what the system is saying is, when you invoice a customer, let's say you're selling a pie or an ice cream goes for 50 cents. Right? That's the cost of the price. So additional charges could be transportation if you are going to transport that. It's not the product that you are now charging. You are charging the extra services or extras that you are giving. So you could create those additional charges. You just click on add, you give them a code, you give them a description. Then you link them to a general ledger account, which will be an income account. Okay, let's say we are transporting, we provide transport and we charge for that. So we are selling the product, door frames, right? Then in addition to that, we also want to invoice the additional charge, which is transport, right? So we would put a code for transport there, description, transport, then we should have an income account, right? Like income from transport, which we have to select. Then here we have to indicate how we are going to put in the amount. The amount, is it going to be by amount, which means we are going to put a figure, or is it going to be by percentage, which will be probably a percentage of the invoice value? Right? Is it going to be exclusive or inclusive? Then we have to select the text type. So basically, this is how you could create an additional charge. That is if you invoice for additional charges, which will be like transport. Let's say we are selling hardware. You may say we also provide transport, which should be an extra service on top of the door frames and the other hardware material that you're selling. Right. So let's go back to maintenance, customers, aging periods. The aging periods, by default, the system comes with month-based. Now, this aging, what it does is the system assumes that when you are selling your products, you are selling on credit. In other words, your customers are not paying you there and there. They will pay later on. So you give 30 days credit. So it ages. Aging is just grouping by the days, the number of days it has taken. The number of days it has taken for a customer to pay. So normally 30 days are the normal terms. That you can put 10 days, you can put 7 days, you can put 7 days. So what you simply do is you just put a code. It could be like 7 days, right? You just type, my system seems to be stuck, right? Okay, so, right, 7 days. Then you can describe this again as what? The 7 days. Meaning to say you're giving credit up to 7 days. So this will be sort of daily, or it then selects. Then you say, okay. So by so doing, you find it is 8. You can add 21 days. So these are the days, 14 days, you can add that. But by default, the system comes with month-based. Right. Let's go back to this and say areas. Areas is when you want to group your customers by area. Right. This more applicable to those businesses which are, okay, let's say here in Zimbabwe, you're operating right across the whole country, in every city, every town. You may want to group your customers by area. So For you to do that, you just add an area. Like, let's say we are in Tare, so I could just say Tare. It means when I create my customers, I'll be able to select an area. Let's say we're in Gweru, I would just say Gweru. So these are your areas. This is the way you create them. Right. Let's go to customers, maintenance, customer sales, then you deliver address codes. Okay, you see, I skipped, deliberately, I skipped customers. This is the last item that we're going to look at. Because all these other items, they fit into creation of customer. So we want to create them, those who are supposed to create, then later I will create the customers. Yeah. So I'm going to deal with the delivery address. Delivery address, again, applicable to big businesses, big organizations, because they may have delivery addresses in the sense of like if you see Delta, if you've had experience with the Delta or of Vereen Beverages who do PEPs, right, they have delivered addresses of items, right, either for their customers, so they have that in the database. So when you place your order, they have the address. So the transport or the person responsible for transporting will just pick that address and come and bring your products to that address. So, right, that delivery address may be different from the head office address. You understand? So that's why you may need to create them. Or they may have some centers where they just deliver products and customers come to buy. It could be a shopping center. Let's say you're in Mbare, they may decide to say, okay, for Mbare customers for this area, we are going to be at this center. Anyone who wants to come and buy should come there and they buy the products right from the delivery truck. So you could set up those addresses here. Applicable to big businesses. Small businesses, you may not have this. Right? Then groups, again, groups, it all depends with if you group your customers, retailers, distributors. So you could just add the grouping. That is, if you're a big business, obvious, you may have these groups. So you would find you put a group description. Then for now, forget about this discount matrix and these other things. You could just put the group code and group description. That is, if you group your customers, like retailers, normally a manufacturer could have that. A manufacturer could have that. Was the manufacturer can sell to the end user, a manufacturer can sell to a wholesaler, a manufacturer can sell to a distributor. All right. So you could create that here. All right. Let's go back and see. Then we have got people. Normally, these are people associated with the customer. And this one, normally we say, okay, it's a window which is there, but normally we just leave it because we have sales representatives. So we don't need to create people who link the sales representatives to the customer. So we skip that. Now, let's go to the sales representative. Now, the sales representatives, very important. If you measure your sales representatives, that is one. If you pay your sales representatives commission, that is two. So you need to know how to do that. You just click on add. So when you click on add, you are given a code, like I could say SR for sales representative 01001. Then I could just put in the name of the sales representative there. So my first sales representative is Nathan Simba. I could put the address of where the sales representative stays if you want to. Right. We'll just do that. Right. Right. If you want to put the bank account, I could put the bank account there. Now, here you decide then how you pay commissions. Do you want to pay commissions on profit or do you want to pay commission on turnover? Normally, because you want to encourage people to sell. So you pay commission on turnover. So here you put the target. If you are paying commission on every sale that is done, you just put $1 there, then you put the commission percentage. Right. If it is more than that, probably for the 5,000 target, you put 5,000 and say we pay 100% commission when you reach that. Then you could say when you reach 10,000, I'm just giving you this as an example, you pay 2% commission. So you could put a hierarchy of this 30,000, and then so this means if you reach 5,000, we pay you 1%. So basically, this is how you set a sales representative. Then you say, add the other one, and you continue like that. Right. Let's look at settlement terms. Settlement terms have to do with inducing customers to pay early. As I said, the system assumes that you're giving credit. Of course, in Zimbabwe, because of the economic conditions, rarely do you get like a credit. Of course, you get credit, but it's not widespread. Like in those countries, we have got a stable economy. But the system assumes that you are selling with credit, and you may want to induce your customers to pay early. You've given them 30 days, but you want them probably to pay in 21 days, or 14 days, or 7 days. So you set up what we term settlement terms. So you click on add, then you give the settlement terms a code. I could say 7 days. I want to induce my customers to pay in 7 days. So I'm just calling that 7 days. Then what is the payment method? Date of invoice. Right. So normally I would say date of invoice, not date of statement. Then the settlement days, I said 7 days. So I want them to pay on 7 days. If they pay in 7 days, then I'm saying I'm giving you 10%. So what I'm simply saying is that if you pay, you've got 30 days to pay. But if you pay in 7 days, I'm going to discount that invoice by 10%. This is what it means. Right. So I could put the message, get 10%, get 10% discount, and pay in 7 days. So basically, this is what it means. So I could create 7 days, 14 days, 21 days. These are terms meant to induce the customer to pay in advance, like before they are due to pay, to incentivize them, like offering that discount so that they pay early. And transaction types, these are the transaction types which affect customers. So these are the transaction types that we have: balance, forward, credit, note, discounts, invoices, interest, and so forth and so on. You don't have to change anything here. They're already configured. Just have to look at them and leave them as they are. Right. Any volume discounts, contracts, volume discount templates, these ones are not going to look at them, but they have to do with if you are buying in bulk. If you've got a customer or customers who buy in bulk, you then set these volume discount contracts and volume discount templates. Right. Then additional charges settings. These are just, you remember, we started with the additional charges where I said you may be charging additional charges like transport. So here you are putting up the settings. The settings, normally they are already there. You do not have to do anything under here. Right. So let's go back and get allocation utilities. Right. This one is when, see, when your customers pay, when you do an invoice, your customers pay, you want to allocate the payment to an invoice. So here you can reallocate and do a number of things. We haven't done transactions, so we're not able to do anything here. All right. Balance relink, more like what we saw when we did the general ledger. You can do a balance. I'm not going to start it. Last time for the general ledger, it took time, but you can do that where it just looks up the balances and make sure that everything has got integrity. Right. Then I'm going back to customers, then maintenance, customers. Then the same goes with the discount matrix, more like the volume contracts that we saw. But here again, you can set your discount matrix. if you've got discounts, these are now invoice discounts. They are not settlement discounts. They are like invoice discounts. If you buy probably for 500, to give you 1%. So you just add those things, like add the row, you add the percentage there, you add another row, you add the percentage. You can pick these discounts when you are processing transactions. So we could put 1% there, you could put 2% there. Right, you say, okay. All right. Then okay, I skip the defaults. So defaults, again, defaults, these are the defaults which affect the processing of your customers. Creation of the customers, processing of the customers, these are defaults which affect that. Normally we say leave these defaults as they are. You do not have to change them. Do not change these defaults, right? And then let's go back and look at, again, under maintenance customers. Let's just updating. Let's wait for it to finish its updates. Right. Then again, under customer sales, we've got page transactions. If you want to delete transactions, as I said, you just click there, select the customers that you want to page, select the date, then you click on OK. It will page or delete the transactions for that customer. Normally, all the other users do not have access to this. The administrator normally has got access to this. Then the rename account. If you want to rename a particular account, so you're saying if you've got an account like Cash Customer and you want to give it a new name, you will just come and put in the new name, then click OK. All right. So I could say Cash Sales. You would find by so doing, it will change the Cash Customer to Cash Sales. Yes, I want to do that. See, so basically, those are the helping things which I was showing you. Now we want to go back and look at how to create a customer account. This is what is important. This is what you're supposed to do. Because if you're managing any business, you can see my account was changed to Cash Sales. Right? You have to know how to create cash customers. Because no, not cash customers. You have to know how to create customers. Because when you start transacting, you'll be using customer accounts for their transactions. So for you to do that, you click on Add. So we click on Add. Now, when you click on Add, you are given this window. You can put a customer code. It all depends. You must have come up with codes. So you put a customer code there. Then you put the customer Simba Enterprises. So this is a business. This is not an individual. Right. If it was an individual, it means we're going to put title here, and we're also going to put initials. So normally, okay. So normally the name is also the description, right? So I'm putting in that. So if we had created groups, we're going to pick a group there. If we had created areas, we're going to pick an area where this customer can be found, right? If we had created sales representatives, we could pick a sales representative linked to this customer. So we have put in our customer details. If we had groups, we could pick a group. Grouping is wholesale. I didn't create a group. Wholesale, retail, dealer. It all depends on how you have grouped. Then under account type, we recommend that you select open item. So we've got open item in balance brought forward. I'll explain. The open item allows you to match invoices against a particular payment. The customer comes in to buy, you process an invoice, the customer comes back to pay. You can now match, if you had selected open item when you created the customer, it means you'll be able to match the payment against the invoice. This gives you an edge analysis report. You're going to see this report later on. which is accurate. So we actually urge you to select open item when you're creating a customer. Right? Balance forward, it doesn't give you an accurate age analysis. Why? Because what it does is it takes the payment and matches it against the balance sitting on the customer's account. So it doesn't really like go to a particular invoice. It just goes to the balance which is on the account. And that doesn't give you an accurate age analysis report. Now, this customer is, if this customer is not a USD customer, if this customer is a foreign currency customer, you then click on foreign accounts. Then you select the currency. If this customer is a USD, you do not have to do this. So you remove the tick. Aging will be monthly. If you have got different aging, like myself, I'd set 7 days, you could select that. Then the terms, it all depends. If it is 7 days, they become current. If it is 30 days, you just say 30 days. Right? If you are putting in credit limit for each customer, you would put in the credit limit. If you charge interest on overdue accounts, you will put in a percentage. If you are offering settlement discounts to this customer, you could select those settlement discounts. Right? Either settlement terms. So you're either putting in settlement terms or you're putting in a settlement discount. Get it? See, either you are putting in those terms or you're simply saying, okay, fine, look, I'll just give you a 10% settlement discount. Then this one, automatic discount, if you want to apply, automatic discount. We spoke about discount matrix, of which I said we are not setting up that, right? So if we had set up that, we're going to select. Then you have got to select the price list for this customer. We've got dealer, retail, wholesale. Now, depending with the category of this customer, we would select the appropriate price list. Then up here, we can put a customer on hold, meaning to say you can't post transactions on this account. If this customer is a COD, cash on delivery, you take that cash customer, insurance company, objection to process customers. So objection to processing is more like putting on hold. These are the two applicable to South Africa, right? So these are the details that are supposed to feed under this tab. Then under text, if this customer is registered if it is a company, of course, you have a TIN number, you also have a VAT number. Then you have to select the default text types. Right? State not applicable because you didn't put in states in the countries. Right? But you have got the default text type, which will be the output. If you are charging VAT, right, then you also put the contacts. Right? If it is a business, it means this tab where we have the company details, then who is the contact person, then put in the details of the contact people. Also come to bank, put in the bank details. If you're doing credit control is whereby the customer has to approve the first before the customer can buy on credit. You can do the credit control here. Are there any linked accounts? You link them. Annuity billing. We're not doing annuity billing. People, as I said, people not that relevant because already we could have talked of the contact person there. Are there any contracts? Right, contact manager, instant manager, inventory item. So all these other tabs are not very, very important. What is important is this tab, this tab, these two. So once you have completed this tab, you can safely create your customer account by clicking on OK. So basically, this is how you create customer accounts. We haven't done transactions. We are only creating. So I'm ending here again on this video. Next, when you come back, we'll look at creation of supplier accounts. Thank you. See you in the next video.